Have you ever noticed how the person who talks the least often holds the most power in the room? The one everyone watches, even when they're silent? What if I told you that your greatest strength might be hiding in the moments when you choose to say nothing at all? Have you ever regretted saying too much when silence would have served you better? Share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. 500 years ago, a man named Niccolò Machiavelli understood something we've forgotten in our world of constant sharing and endless noise. True power isn't found in endless explanation. It lives in the spaces between your words. Whether you're a student facing peer pressure, an employee in a difficult meeting, a parent trying to guide your children, or a leader making tough decisions, the courage to remain silent when others can't might be your untapped superpower. Can you think of someone in your life who commands respect without saying much? What qualities do they have? Drop your thoughts below. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu said it perfectly. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. But why does this work? And how can we use this forgotten wisdom in our noisy, approval-hungry world? Today, we're going on a journey through the hidden psychology of silence, and I promise, by the end, you'll see your conversations completely differently. The cost of always explaining. Meet Marco. For years he sat in meetings, watching his colleagues rush to fill every silence. They defended their ideas before anyone questioned them. They over-explained until their power leaked away. Marco noticed something. Every time someone spoke to justify themselves, they actually appeared less confident, not more. When you defend yourself, you give power to the accusation, Marco realized. When you explain too much, you signal that you need approval. When was the last time you felt the urge to over-explain yourself? What happened when you did? Share your experience in the comments. Marco decided to try something different. In his next meeting, when challenged about his project timeline, he simply nodded, paused and said, "I understand your concern." Nothing more. The room fell silent. People leaned in, waiting for his defense. But that defense never came, and something magical happened. The observer's advantage. Elena walked into the negotiation knowing she was outmatched. The other party had more resources, more experience, more everything. But Elena had studied the power of silence. When her opponent named their price, Elena didn't counter immediately as expected. She simply sat back, maintained eye contact, and stayed completely silent. The seconds ticked by. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Her opponent grew visibly uncomfortable. Then something fascinating happened. They started talking again, offering concessions she never asked for. People rushed to fill silences with something, often concessions, Elena discovered. When you stay silent, they reveal their fears, their limits, and sometimes their lies. Have you ever used silence strategically in a conversation? What happened? I'm curious to hear your stories below. But silence isn't just about winning negotiations. It's about something much deeper. The authority paradox. When chaos erupted during the mission, everyone turned to Commander Hideki. His team was shouting options, pointing fingers, voices rising with panic. Hideki didn't raise his voice. He didn't rush to speak. He simply stood, perfectly still, taking everything in. His calm silence created a vacuum that pulled everyone's attention. When he finally spoke, just 3 words, every person listened as if their life depended on it. The less you speak, the more weight your words carry, Hideki understood. Silence creates anticipation. Anticipation creates impact. Think about the people you most respect. Do they speak constantly, explaining every thought? Or do they choose their moments carefully? Who's the most quietly powerful person you've ever known? What made their presence so commanding? share your experience in the comments. But there's a danger here that most people miss completely. The hidden power of ambiguity. Sophia survived in an environment where others were destroyed by their words. While colleagues declared bold positions and made enemies, Sophia maintained strategic ambiguity. When you define yourself too clearly, you become predictable, Sophia realized. When you remain slightly mysterious, people project their own hopes onto you. This isn't about being fake. It's about understanding a powerful truth. In uncertainty, people fill gaps with their own imagination. When has keeping your thoughts private actually helped you navigate a complex situation? I'd love to hear your story below. If you're resonating with this message so far, take a second to like this video. It helps others find this content too. Now, let's go deeper into why this works. The transparency trap. David believed in radical honesty. "I have nothing to hide," he'd proudly declare, sharing his fears, his strategies, his weaknesses openly with everyone. He thought this transparency made him authentic. Instead, it made him vulnerable. When competition for promotion intensified, his colleagues used his own revelations against him. His openness became a weapon in someone else's hands. Total transparency is like leaving your house with the doors unlocked and the security system off. David learned too late. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Have you ever shared something you later wished you'd kept private? What did this experience teach you? Share your lesson in the comments. The truth is, we live in a culture that prizes authenticity above wisdom. But what if true authenticity is more selective than we've been told? If you liked the video, please like it, write a comment, and share it with others. The discomfort power move. Charlotte discovered her power by accident. During a tense meeting, she was asked a difficult question. Rather than scrambling for an answer, she took a moment to think. 5 seconds passed, 10 seconds, 15. The silence grew uncomfortable. People shifted in their seats. The person who asked the question started nervously adding details, making concessions, revealing their real concerns. Charlotte realized, silence creates discomfort. Discomfort creates revelation. Whoever can sit comfortably in silence controls the conversation. What's the longest you've stayed silent when others expected you to speak? What happened? Tell me about it in the comments. But silence isn't just a tactic. When used correctly, it becomes something much more powerful. The mystery effect. Amara never shared much about her background. When asked direct questions about her past, she would smile and redirect with a thoughtful question of her own. Some found this frustrating. Most found it magnetic. People respect what they cannot fully grasp, Amara understood. Mystery creates intrigue. Intrigue creates attraction. Think about the most fascinating people you know. Don't they all keep certain parts of themselves hidden? Don't you lean in, wanting to know more? Who's the most intriguing person you've ever met? What made them so fascinating? Share your thoughts below. But this isn't about playing games or being deceptive. It's about something much more profound. The whisper that moves mountains. For 3 months, Liu had barely spoken in team meetings. His colleagues had almost forgotten he was there. But Liu was watching, learning, understanding the patterns no one else could see. When the team hit a crisis point, arguing in circles about the same failed solutions, Liu finally spoke. Just 1 sentence, 7 words. The room fell silent. Everyone turned. In that moment, they realized he had seen the truth all along. Speak rarely, but when you do, make it matter, Liu had discovered. A whisper at the right moment can be louder than a lifetime of shouting. Can you remember a time when a few quiet words completely changed a situation? What made those words so powerful? I'd love to hear your story. Now we're approaching the most difficult part of this journey. Knowing when to break the silence, Zara used to fill every silence. Job interviews, dates, difficult conversations. She'd talk until she saw the interest fade from people's eyes. After painful failures, she embraced strategic silence. But then she encountered a new problem. She became so afraid of saying the wrong thing that she said nothing at all. Silence isn't a prison, it's a tool, Zara eventually realized. The master knows when silence serves better than speech, and when speech serves better than silence. The truth is, sometimes you must speak, when silence would be cowardice, when others need your voice, when truth demands expression. When did you regret staying silent? What would you say now if you could go back to that moment? Share your reflection below. This brings us to the final and most powerful insight of all. The shadow of your words. Karim learned the hard way that words, once spoken, can never truly be taken back. A careless comment about a colleague spread through his organization, damaging a relationship he valued. Every word creates a shadow that follows you, Karim reflected. Some shadows are short, others last a lifetime. In our world of permanent digital footprints, this wisdom matters more than ever. The tweet sent in anger, the email written in haste, the confession shared with the wrong person. Your silence leaves no shadows, Karim realized. It preserves all your future possibilities. Has something you said ever created unexpected consequences in your life? What did this teach you? Share your experience below. This journey through silence has brought us to a profound truth. The power of silence isn't emptiness, it's endless possibility. Hold your dignity when others lose theirs. Command respect without demanding it. Preserve your power when words would have wasted it. Every time you speak, you reveal yourself. Every time you stay silent, you reveal nothing and control everything. Start small, 3-second pause before answering. Smile without explaining. Watch how the room bends toward you. Which silence strategy will you try first? Drop it below. Your decision might inspire someone else's transformation. The world is loud, but your silence can be louder than the loudest voice. The ones who truly win don't shout about winning, they simply shut up and win. And when you master this, you won't just influence conversations, you'll influence destinies. If you liked the video, please like it, write a comment, and share it with others.